Hello, boys and girls. This is Mr. Giamini. Wasn't too confident in some of us with adding and subtracting integers or fractions that involved positive and negatives yesterday. So I want to take another look at a problem. So you have 3/4 minus 7/4. Great thing is here, denominators are the same. So I know that when I go to transfer my answer over here, I know that I don't have to worry about the denominator. It is going to be 4. Now, because we have this, it's a minus sign. Remember when talking about integers, when you subtract, what you're really doing is adding the opposite of the second number, which means the 3 stays exactly the same. And I'm going to add to that 3 the opposite of 7. Well, the opposite of 7 is a negative 7. So now I have 3 plus negative 7 over 4. Well, I know my answer is going to be in fourths. So now I have now I just have really a problem that we dealt with back in Unit 2. 3 plus negative 7. Signs are opposite. 3 is positive, 7 is negative. So rather than add them, what I'm really going to do is subtract them. So I say 7 minus 3 is going to give me 4. I look at both numbers. I think about the absolute value of 3 and the absolute value of negative 7. Remember, absolute value, how far away from 0 a number is. 3 is 3 away from 0. Negative 7 is 7 away from 0. So it is 7 away, so that means it has a larger absolute value. So that means that new numerator, 4, becomes negative. And now I have 4 fourths. It's a negative 4 fourths. Now I can simplify this. Remember what this really says is negative 4 divided by 4, or 4 divided by negative 4 when we look at it. And now I say, okay, 4 divided by 4 is 1, because whenever we divide a positive by a negative or negative by a positive, signs are opposite, so then the answer would become a negative. Okay? Another one could be something like this. Let's try negative 6/7 plus negative, let's go with 17/7. Okay, I'm looking at this problem. First thing is I like is that both denominators are the same, so that means I don't have to do any find a common denominator, which will come later in the week. So now, just simply going to say the denominator is 7. Okay, I like to put both numbers over the fraction bar there, or we can also call it the division bar. I have a negative plus a negative. When I take a negative plus a negative, my answer is going to be negative, because the signs are the same, and when we do adding of integers, when signs are the same, all we really do is to just add. 6 plus 17 gives me 23. I have negative 23/7. Now, I don't like to leave it like this because it's top heavy. It's an improper fraction. So what I'm thinking is 23 divided by 7. I look at the denominator, I think what times 7 will give me close to 23 without going over. Well, I know my multiplication facts pretty well. I know that 7 times 3 gives me 21. So I will come over here. This becomes a 3. The denominator travels with me. I go 7 times 3 was just 21. I subtract that 21 from up here. 23 minus 21 is 2. Because the problem was negative to begin with, a negative divided by a positive gives me a negative, so my answer would be, and I'll write it down here, negative 3 and 2/7. Hopefully this helps a little bit more if you're getting stuck with some adding and subtracting of fractions with negative integers up in those numerators for homework and whatnot, and future tests. Take care. Bye.